So if you've started Wegovy, Zepbound, or any other GLP-1 and you're noticing extreme fatigue, then this video is for you. I see it every single week in my clinic. Patients start a GLP-1. They're having to make a decision between their vitality and their weight loss that they've been seeing. I would like to encourage you, that is not a decision that you should have to make. We can have healthy weight loss. We can feel energized through the process. I want to talk to you about these 3 steps that we use in our clinic to ensure that our patients are not fatigued as they're going along their weight loss journey. My name is Dr. James Surrett. I'm a functional medicine doctor. I have literally worked with thousands of GLP-1 weight loss patients. Let's take a look at this checklist for you so you can evaluate which of these might be holding you back. Please stick around to the end of the video because I am going to share a quick lab review of a patient that was struggling with extreme fatigue, not seeing weight loss results. As soon as we followed these 3 steps, I will show you how we were able to get this person not just a good weight loss result, but improve their energy as well. Let's dive in. Step number 1 is determining whether you're on the correct dosage. More often than not, when people are feeling this way, they may be overdosed. So about 50-60% of the people that come to our clinic now, they're already on a GLP-1 medication from another prescribing doctor. They've had a lack of success or they're scared about the future, and they come to us for coaching and optimization on how to do this thing correctly. Take a look at this chart right here. Most doctors are on month 1 are going to start on tirzepatide or Zepbound at 2.5 milligrams per week. Then after that 5th week, they're advancing the dosage. They're doubling it. By month 3, they've already increased it again by that initial dosage up to 7.5 milligrams. So when is fatigue going to happen? Fatigue can happen as early as month 1 if that dosage was too heavy. A lot of times it's going to happen on week 5 when people double the dosage. They're going to feel more effects from the medication. That means more substantial side effects, and fatigue can start to set in. Other signs that your dosage might be too much are a complete lack of appetite, nausea after your injection days, just feeling really, really icky for 3-4 days after your injection, and constipation. Notice my definition of constipation is not going to the bathroom every day. So if you're like every 2 days, every 3 days, Houston, we have a problem. Things likely need to be adjusted at this point. In my clinic, I'm all about the lowest effective dosage. Typically, we're starting people off here week 1 at half a starting dosage, and we increase from there. Usually we're injecting every 4 to 5 days to keep the blood concentrations tighter. And then at that point, we're increasing as needed to help with symptoms, helping people control their appetite, feeling fuller faster. And we do not want to see complete appetite suppression. We want to see an appetite assist where you don't feel like you need to eat quite as much, as often, and those late night carb cravings are controlled, but we don't want to shut down hunger altogether. So this is step number 1, just determining whether this dosage is too high or not. Which brings me to step number 2. Are your calories too low? So a lot of times when people are fatigued, it's simply due to malnutrition. What I mean by malnutrition is potentially not getting in enough calories total or not eating enough of the right foods. So I'm talking about eating a variety of vegetables and nutrient-dense foods that are going to get you the micronutrients that you need to be able to thrive without deficiencies, mineral deficiencies, B12, and such. From a caloric standpoint, what I see often is that, like we talked about in the beginning, somebody goes from 2.5 to 5 milligrams and they've hit this point where they're just not that hungry. So it's difficult for them to get in the calories that they need to maintain muscle mass throughout the week. I spoke with the gentleman this morning who was frequently around 1,300 calories. For a male, you really need to be 1,600, 1,700 calories north of that to be able to not muscle waste. Most people in this position are going to start to lose large amounts of weight or lose weight quickly, but at a cost of losing muscle and of being quite fatigued. Women really need to be above 1,200 calories a day. Anything below 1,000, I can almost guarantee that you're going to be very tired. You're going to be exhausted because your body doesn't have anything to draw from nutritionally. All is not lost. If you've reached a point where you are no longer hungry and you cannot get over 1,000 calories a day, revert to step number 1. It's likely time to decrease that dosage a little bit and focus and hone in on your nutrition. We want to make sure that you're getting plenty of protein. You want to get yourself around 100 grams of protein if you can. If you're way shy of that, don't crush yourself with lofty goals. Just try to double what you're doing. Seek progress, not perfection. Number 3 is where the vast majority of my patients fall. This is check the blood work. If your doctor never ran labs prior to you starting a GLP-1, Get them done. You need to be able to evaluate what's happening metabolically, meaning checking a hemoglobin A1C, that's an average blood sugar. You need to be able to check a fasting insulin and see the severity of your insulin resistance first and foremost. Then we need to be evaluating for things that could be slowing things down, not only metabolically, but just making you feel like crap, making you feel tired. Let me show you a quick lab review on how this might be relevant to your health at this moment. All right, so we're gonna take a look at Maggie's lab. She's a 49-year-old female. She was originally on Zepbound, 5 milligrams. She was only losing about a half pound a week before she came in to see us. But here's the thing. She was exhausted. She didn't feel well. She was not sleeping well. She just felt awful. And she was getting ready to give up on the medication because she didn't feel like the half pound a week. She felt like she would rather do that just through restricting herself dietarily than being subjected to this medication that was making her exhausted. So we took her through steps. Number one, it didn't really feel like her appetite was suppressed completely. She felt pretty well supported there. When we went and we looked through the nutritional aspect with Maggie, we did notice she was under eating a little bit. So we brought her calories up above 1,200. We increased her protein and adjusted her diet more so towards an anti-inflammatory style diet. But this is what we saw in the blood work that made the most difference for her. Numero uno, we want to establish the level of insulin resistance present. Her hemoglobin A1C was a 5.5. Remember, ideal is from 5 to 5.1. So we want that average blood sugar to come down. Her insulin was at a 21.7. This indicates insulin resistance that is more or less severe. Keep in mind, a perfect insulin score is about a 4 to a 5. So she had a ways to go here. With that set, we know that she's on the GLP-1, which is going to be supportive towards this. But we want to identify what else in the blood work might be causing a stumbling block for her in terms of weight loss, also with her energy. For her, it was relatively obvious. Hormones are next on the docket. Her estrogen was quite high relative to her progesterone. Her progesterone was 0.2, which is almost at the lab 0, while her estrogen was kind of maxed out. Now, for a perimenopausal female, what this is known as is estrogen dominance. So this is something that we immediately took care of. We had her put on some progesterone, oral progesterone at night, which helped her sleep, which in turn began to help her energy, but it balances out the ratio between estrogen and progesterone. The second thing to note is inflammation. This patient was incredibly inflamed. I want to show you 3 key things. First off, her body was inappropriately storing iron. That's indicator 1 of inflammation. She needed to donate blood here, and then we worked on her digestive system to further decrease inflammation. The second marker of inflammation, a hsCRP or C-reactive protein at 2.5. This is elevated. We want to see that below 1. And then our third level of evidence for her was this erythrocyte sedimentation rate, or a ESR, SED rate, which was at an 18. We want to see this at about a 2. She also had rheumatoid factor elevated, so she was testing positive for rheumatoid arthritis. When we are struggling with a ton of inflammation, the immune system will start to backfire on itself and it will start to trigger our innate tendencies within our genetics. What we had to do for her here was come back to the digestive system. We did digestive support, high-dose probiotics, a digestive repair formula. We really simplified her diet to just help her digestive system heal for a period of time to help reset this. And then lastly, vitamins and nutrients. Vitamin D was extremely low. We want to push that, especially with autoimmune issues popping up. We want to push this closer to 80 for her. So when we did these things for Maggie, her energy increased substantially. She actually told us that she had not had energy like that in about 10 years, which was amazing. Her primary goal was to lose weight and feel good doing it. So we checked off the box of feeling good. Her weight loss accelerated. She went up to about 1.5 pounds a week instead of 0.5, which she was extremely excited with because she still had about 50 more pounds to lose. Now, if you're in this position, just remember, run through these steps. Are you on too much medication? Are you hungry? Are you getting enough calories? And then are you checking your work? Has anybody cared to check blood work on you to see what's actually happening objectively? Here's the deal when you check functional labs. The proof is in the pudding. There may be glaring things in there that are actually resulting in your fatigue currently that can be addressed. So if you're wanting somebody to take a comprehensive look at your health, your GLP-1 and weight loss journey from this functional medicine lens, please apply to work with us down below. We'll take a look and see if working together would be a good fit. Otherwise, you guys, check out this video next. The YouTube algorithm is strong. It knows what you want to watch. So here's a video for you. And don't forget to like and comment and share this video. It helps push it out to the masses so people can start to deal with their fatigue in an effective way. You guys take care. God bless, and I'll see you next week.